What's up, Cardano family? We have a very exciting piece here coming down from the big man, Charles Hoskinson. This is where we look into some recent comments. Kind of far-fetched comments. I got to talk about him. He's at it again. I don't necessarily agree with this, but this is Hoskinson revealing how Cardano could flip Bitcoin. So that's a big step. That's a big thing. Even coming out of my mouth, I'm starting to get a little anxiety talking about that because how actually that would launch Cardano in terms of a price. That would be absolutely fascinating. Don't think that will ever happen, but you never know. Anything's possible in crypto. Make sure you guys all subscribe down below. Smash that like button, and let's get into it. Feel free to leave your comments as well. Just going to keep this one 100 for a second before we get down into the piece. But for me, in my ADA, this would be awesome, but I'm a little bit too much of a realist. I just want to let you know that this is something where if it's truly what he's actually meaning and feeling, and he believes this, let's just worry about $1, Charles, and then we can start talking about Bitcoin. Okay. All right, but let's get into it. Here's the chart. We are seeing, and forgive me with all these lines drawn. I was having some fun last night. But this is where we're at with Cardano, still climbing up. We're above 40 cents now. Nice little green candle forming. Let's see if we can get this momentum up, flash on my trading indicator. But that's where we're at with ADA. All right, so just got above my floor of 40 cents that I've drawn this blue line for. Let's get back up in this range right here between 41 and 51 cents. That's where I think Cardano is most comfortable trading at, okay, in today's time. And that's how I view it. That's what we have going on. I do want to get into Hoskinson's comments. But guys, if you have not yet done so, I do have a link down below if you want to help out the channel and you do want to get started trading on leverage. Margex is a great platform for that. No KYC. And if you use my link in the description, you can register and claim up to $10,000 in bonuses just for registering and creating an account. It's an awesome place to trade leverage. A lot of people have been having success with Bitcoin, Ethereum in recent times. I know the market's down, but that still presents a lot of opportunities. But as always, leverage trading is very volatile, so make sure you guys all do your own research and due diligence and make sure that Margex is right for you. And if it is, by all means, click my link down below and get signed up and start trading today. Okay, so back into what we're doing in Hoskinson's comments, right? I want to see Cardano, by the way, get back up to 50 cents very quickly. That's kind of where I'm looking at. But Hoskinson outlining Cardano's vision to surpass Bitcoin with innovation, listings, and how they've gotten into their advanced governance within a multi-trillion ecosystem. Okay, so this is where he looks at it. He says, Bitcoin stalled. The Cardano community will have the resources, inspiration, and tooling to take the next step. This will allow further steps to be taken. Okay. All right, guys, let's digest that for a little bit. I don't think Bitcoin stalled. I think some things happen with Bitcoin, but you look where Bitcoin's at right now in terms of utility being deployed across the world. Bitcoin has the means and opportunity to basically be deployed and take over as a currency in a nation. I don't see ADA in the future becoming that place where we have that as a form of treasury, if you will. Okay. Hoskinson's criticizing Bitcoin for its lack of innovation and limited utility, and I agree. And that's kind of why Ethereum, Bitcoin, all these things got created, was because it was the solving of these problems that we had. That's why I tell you guys a lot in my videos. I believe in all cryptos for one reason. As long as they're not a scam, or there aren't scammers or bad practice or bad actors out there in those markets, I believe in all cryptos because I think all competition will breed success. So having Cardano and Hoskinson basically aiming his target at Bitcoin and coming after him, hey, that kind of got me fired up. I know ADA's trading low right now. It's not doing what we all want it to do, but I'd rather have him saying this stuff and kind of setting unrealistic goals, because if you don't have goals, you don't have targets, you don't have dreams, you don't have anything to shoot for, what are you out there trying to work for? You're just hoping it all works out. So this did get me kind of fired up. Competition breeds success. It's one of my tried and true mantras that I go by, at least. All right, so this is kind of where Hoskinson further alludes to outdated platforms like Yahoo and MySpace, talking about how the brands failed because those brands did not adapt to the times. And so probably likening himself to to the eyes of a Google per se. So Cardano takes a very scientific approach that I personally don't think has been appreciated yet. And this is where you look for their ability to adapt and expand. Right now he's very included in everything. I think as we get further along in the governance, I think that he's going to have to take a step back, in my personal opinion. Okay, but they're trying to change the world. Okay, Hoskinson coming from Ethereum, and Ethereum doing what they're trying to do, kind of how that all started, right? It was all basically to, add to the digital infrastructure and not just have Bitcoin as the only option. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at. The Chang hard fork coming up in July. That's going to be very bullish. I did a video talking about that. The last time that Cardano did have a hard fork, it had an insane pump. So whether or not we get that, I think we're subject to the rest of the crypto market more so than what actually ADA is doing. So let's keep an eye on that. Let's see how we benefit moving forward. I think it's going to be, in mid-July, barring any setbacks. So I'm awaiting the Chang hard fork, but I did want to share with you guys, kind of let you know that, in terms of leadership, this is one time where I do kind of agree with Hoskinson, and more so than other leaders out there, because we see a lot of devs, a lot of lead devs, I should say, a lot of heads of cryptos, and I think they fall short with the mark. And I don't necessarily agree with Hoskinson, but I'm definitely on board with his morale, and at least I know if they're striving for that, they're going to come out ahead some form or fashion down the road. So great piece. I thought this was a good article to talk about. I hope you guys all found some value from it. If you did, make sure you all give me a subscribe down below. We cover Cardano basically every single day, as well as all of your favorite other cryptos. So stay tuned for more updates. Chang hard forks coming up, so get ready for that. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.